So the types of toxins available in New South Wales for feral pigs is sodium nitrite and also 1080.
1080 bait is basically your grain that you bring into your local land services, and we add a 1080 liquid to that. It just coats the outside of the grain. By using your substrate, whatever you've been free feeding, we can make sure that your pigs are continuing to eat the same type of grain, just coated with the 1080 liquid. 1080 is a great poison. It doesn't have a taste, it doesn't have a smell, so the pigs don't actually know it's there.
It can be easily mixed on the grain, it's cheap, it's available, and it's effective. Also, you've got to consider the distance restrictions and excluding livestock from your baited area.
1080 grain in New South Wales is only available through your local land services. You also have to have a chemical user card to be able to get your 1080 grain, so talk to your local biosecurity officer and they'll be able to help you with your program.
One of the other alternate toxins that is a relatively newer one is sodium nitrite, or it's known by its brand name Hog-On, which is sort of like a peanut paste. We will have a Hog-On box, which is basically just a bait station, and you will still free feed your grain out beforehand, encouraging the pigs to come in, and then we basically switch the substrate to the Hog-On or a placebo bait first, which is a free feed bait, and you put that in the box. The nature of feeding it through this bait station or this bait box means that we can limit access from other animals or any non-targets. What we're actually trying to do with this particular one is train the pigs to lift the lid on the box and access that bait. So we will actually prop the door open initially, and then gradually we will lower that down when we actually put the poison in there.
Sodium nitrite products can be purchased from your local rural merchant.
We can use it in places where we can't use 1080. So if you want to get close to build-up areas, if you need to get closer to your own home, for instance, it may be an option. The other advantage with sodium nitrite is that it doesn't have any secondary poisoning problems.
Sodium nitrite can be a little pricier, but when it's used in a more higher risk situation, it's obviously the better alternative.